Coach Lori Thompson, been here now at Lady Shoes Helm for 19 years. Coach, you got to the sectional title last year, but you want to get back to that spot, but even further going to postseason. Some of the players you have back, Molly Ruhal, Chloe Prubbs as seniors, but how do you feel like that experience of those girls being back will help you out?
Yeah, hopefully that's definitely hopefully going to help us out. If experience is something that it's definitely important. Last year we had a young team, and so now this year that's not there. We have an experienced team, and honestly, hopefully, the 2 seniors, the 7 juniors, which 4 had quality minutes. We're returning those kids, and hopefully that experience will, like I said, help us throughout the season, and we continue to get better and still keep gaining those experiences.
You talked about how last year Molly was a big contributor. She could make threes down the stretch, but her perimeter game, but her also reading the coverages and the defense. How important do you think that'll be this season?
Yeah, Molly, as far as definitely has the 3, and we don't want her just to be one-dimensional, and that's why I try to tell the kids, you got to be able to get to the basket, you take the jump shot. Molly started doing those things, which is good. Now you have to figure out, okay, is she shooting the 3? Is she shooting a layup, or is she going to pull up and take her jump shot? So I've been proud of Molly. Molly can do all 3 of those things. And I will also say Chloe is starting to do those things as well. And that's one of the things I really keyed on the girls. You need to play this game not just one-dimensional. You need to have more than that other dimension, that second and third. Figure out, that defense has to figure out how to stop you. And hopefully that's something that we'll bring to the game this year, and will be harder to stop defensively.
Besides Chloe, besides Molly, of course, senior leaders, but what other players have stood out to you in practice the most?
Honestly, all my juniors have stepped up. We had a couple with some sickness, but other than that, I really feel like, I've got Kelsey and Anna and Mallory stepped up. Mallory didn't get a lot of minutes, but she stepped up in a couple different areas. So really, all the juniors have been contributing in practice, so hopefully that carries on, to our games. But I've been very pleasantly surprised. They've been working hard. We're putting in some new things, so there's been a lot of learning going on. But like I said, the kids have been accepting it and ready to roll.
What girls have stood out to you the most in practice?
To me, Kelsey has stood out. Last year she was kind of timid, and this year she's very outgoing. She has more confidence. She looks to score more and is willing to shoot.
I think Kelsey's been doing really good during defense and just hyping everyone up and like second grade, and we work well together, and I think we help our teammates out a lot and to be better.
Summer Wall and Isabel Zeruzen graduated last year. The big Isabel shooter outside. Summer, how are you planning to fill those roles?
Yeah, you know, Summer ran the point for us, also defense. Right now, you know, I've got a couple different kids that can step into that role that probably will do some shared minutes at the point guard. Defensively, we definitely need to get someone who's going to set that spark like Summer could do. And hopefully that's going to come from multiple kids. And like I said, right now I feel like there's several juniors that can definitely step up defensively for us, and a couple sophomores. So I'm looking forward to that to help try to fill her shoes. Isabel was that post presence, could step out, hit that little 12-footer. You know, Malia can do that, Eva can do that, Mallory can do that. But having the rebounding, and you know, that's something I definitely need out of that position as well, is the rebounding. So that's going to be a big key.
How much experience, knowing that you guys were juniors last year, seniors this year, leaders, how much do you feel like that's going to carry over to this year?
I feel like it's going to help us a lot. There's only 2 of us, but the group below us, they've been with us since 7th grade, since we didn't have enough people, and we made it to state then. So I feel like we're going to be very successful this year. And
what do you feel will be the biggest strength for this team?
You know, we played together. So now these kids have played together. This is going to be their second full year playing together. So again, that synergy there, hopefully that's going to kind of make us cohesive as far as that goes. I feel like Molly and Chloe are going to be really good leaders. You know, we learned from two good leaders last year with Isabel and Summer. And right now, I think Chloe and Molly are doing a great job with our juniors. And also, I've got some sophomores I feel like can get some minutes as well. So again, we've got that experience. We played together. Hopefully, that's going to be a nice, solid key for us to continue to move forward. And like I said, we're doing some of the same concepts that we did last year, so we're just refreshing everybody's memory, and we are putting some new things in there, which is always challenging. But for the most part, I think playing together and that team, they're a good team. Then they like to be together, which is like to have fun, and they get along. So that's a key as well.
Do you feel like the pressure has really come on more and more now that you're senior leaders?
no, I feel like it's more of a privilege. Coach Thompson has been with us for the past 4 years, so she knows what we're like as players. And I feel like she has lots of confidence in us, so it makes us want to do better.
What will make this team so special?
You know, I've got a lot of kids, a lot of athletic kids. I got a lot of kids that they're nice kids. They get along, which that is a key to success with any team. Is if you have to have kids that get along, and they're coachable. I will tell you that these young ladies are coachable. As far as one really good quality about this team is they're extremely coachable. And that's one thing that, you know, we're throwing new things at them, and they're willing to learn. They're eager to learn. Off season, they worked hard. You know, we worked on a couple things like, hey, you need to work on this. The kids are just coachable. And when you have kids that are coachable, willing to try new things, they trust you, that's also going to be basically, you know, recipe for success. Also, hopefully the experience that we've had together. Again, these kids have worked together. They were together last year. We've had a lot of experiences, and hopefully that experience will carry over throughout our season.
Playing with confidence will be our main key, and playing with consistency and keep knocking down our shots and playing well together will really help us out like we have been.
I think sticking together will be a really good key to helping us advance far into the regional and sectional this year, and maybe state, and just playing hard defense, offense, and everything that comes with it.
We've been playing together since 7th grade, like I said, and we went successful there. We went all the way to state, and then the younger group, I feel like they always play together too, and we all know them, so that really helps. And we've seen how they play by watching them, and I feel like we just clicked really well this season.
I think we're all really close, and that really helps with teamwork and sticking together and like being brave, confident, and playing hard defense and offense.
You start the season at Paris. I mean, you play Mount Vernon, these big schools, but how do you feel like as a coach, knowing that these girls are used to that, when they're in practice, they know how to handle that type of pressure?
Well, I hope they do. I mean, we've set it up, or we have the luxury, obviously, since we're independent, we have the luxury of setting our schedule. And I'll be honest, I think our schedule's always been an awesome schedule. We play high quality teams, and we get that experience every night. There's no gimmies on the schedule, and I kind of want the girls to be faced with that. Be faced with every night you're going to come into the gym, you're going to play a tough team that's going to come after you, and you got to be on your A game. And that's something that hopefully our schedule does provide. We may take some lumps along the way, but hopefully when it gets to postseason, our tough schedule has paid off.
What do you feel like is the ceiling for this team?
I guess when I look at that, ceiling means that's where we stop, and I don't want to put that. I don't want to have a ceiling. I feel like this team, if they can put a good game together, play good defense, solid defense, rebound, stroke the ball, I feel like they can play with anyone in the area. Their goal is they want to get back to the state tournament. I think it's easily achievable. I think they can do it. There's going to be a lot of hard work ahead of that. So again, with that ceiling, I just don't like to use that term. I think they can accomplish whatever they put their mind to.
What would it mean to you to carry on the tradition for Lady Shoes basketball to get back to state?
I mean, to both of us, I think it'll make the world to us, and not just us, but our teammates and our coaches. Since we haven't made it the past few years, I think it'll really help us out.
Yes, and our parents will be proud, the whole community. Since day one of practice, we've been telling the coaches that we're going to have a banner up in the ceilings, and they like that.
We'll be there.
We'll be there.
What's it been like playing for Coach T, talking to you girls in practice, but also in game?
It's been a really good experience. She always pushes us to be our best, and she criticizes us, but it's always good things. Like, she's showing us how to be better, and in the end, it's always a success.
I've always loved playing for Coach Tina. I'll really miss playing with her when we graduate, and I always think she does a really good job of pushing us and helping us do better.
For you, Coach T, what would it mean to you, though, to make a deep run with this special group that you have?
Yeah, every year, every team's different. It's a new team. It's a family thing. Do I want those kids to have success? I do, and yes. Do we want to get back to the state tournament? Do we want to go far in the postseason? Yes. I love that. It's as a coach, basically you kind of live through your kids, and I want so much for them to have success. For me, I don't need it, but I want them to have it, and they want to take me along for the ride. That's great. Like I said, these girls, they talk a lot about it. In practice, they look at the banners and they bring that up a lot. And I always say, "Yep, you get a yellow banner would be pretty cool." Right now they got some blue banner. Let's get a yellow banner. But like I said, it's every year special because every team's different. And wherever we go, and I'll be along for the ride.
What is it going to take? You guys got to the sectional title last year, but as a senior, what's it going to take to get back to that spot and beyond?
We're very eager to get back to that spot, and it's going to take a lot of dedication and hard work to get over the hump and make it farther than the sectionals like the state, and we're very dedicated to do it.
Why are you so excited to get the season underway?
Well, we've been putting in the hard work for the past 10 years, and we're excited to go out with a bang and finish it off good.
Yeah, I think we need to finish strong and just keep pushing, and we'll get there in the end.
What is the number one thing that excites you the most about getting the season underway in general?
Yeah, just get the kids out on the floor. You practice for so long, and we're ready. We need a game. We're ready for a game, and I am just passionate about. We get on the floor, we see what we do right, see what we do wrong, and then getting back in the gym and correcting it. So we can, like I said, from day one, I like to see how we grow from day one to the end of our season. And like last year, I thought we grew leaps and bounds, and I hope this year is the same thing.
There you go. Shoot on three. 1, 2, 3,